Hi everyone, welcome back to our 12 Days of Wellness series here at Ogden Clinic. We are here today with Dr. Lori Ramirez from Ramirez Dermatology. She's located at our Mountain View location, and today she's going to talk to us all about how to take care of your skin during the winter, how to prevent redness, flakiness, all that good stuff, and then give us some awesome recommendations. So thank you so much for being here with us. I'll let you introduce yourself.
Great, it's nice to be here. Again, I'm Lori Ramirez. I'm a board certified dermatologist and I have a clinic in Pleasant View and I spend a day a week at Davis Family Physicians. But it's nice to chat.
Okay, so obviously we're here to talk all about skin. We all want to have that glowing, moisturized skin during the winter. So my first question for you is, why is the winter so harsh on our skin, and how can it affect people that have things such as eczema or extra dry skin or just flakiness?
So I'd love to talk about skincare in the winter. Usually winter months are less humid, and with the cold air, it draws humidity and moisture from our skin, leading to dry skin. Couple that with indoor heating and the windy, cold air, it just makes eczema and dry skin a lot worse.
So obviously in the summertime, we have a routine, and most of us have a skincare routine that we like to follow religiously. How should we be changing that up in the winter? Should we change our moisturizer or cleanser? Walk us through what an ideal winter routine would look like.
Okay, so first of all, I think it should be fun. I think you should really look forward to using your skincare products. And I do change mine up quite a bit in the winter. I like keeping it fresh. So for me, I use SkinCeuticals line because we carry it. We're a flagship. So Simply Clean is one of those products I like because it doesn't draw the moisture out of my skin. And then usually I like to hydrate and treat a little bit of redness and irritation with the phytocorrective mist. And this is kind of just this nice, really misty moisturizer that really smells nice too. And then you don't have to touch your skin after you put it on. And I must say, with the really dry, humid climate, it's like the Sahara Desert. So the humidity is like 10% as opposed to 20% in summer months. So after I do the phytocorrective essence mist in the morning, I usually like to do some sort of antioxidant. And everyone's probably aware of vitamin C serums. I like the C and E Ferrolic by SkinCeuticals because it's science-backed. And I would usually do 4 or 5 drops. And if you do that, you can just do it a couple of ways. You can actually drop it on your face and then massage it in, or you can just put 4 or 5 drops on your palm of your hand and then, quickly before it absorbs, just rub it in and then pat it dry all over. Whatever's left, put it down your neck, and then I usually put it in the back of my arms. And that really helps to protect your skin from some of the bad air out there. It brightens your skin. It actually corrects the color and makes it more even. Mm-hmm. And then if you have brown spots from summer, this is really also a good treatment. It has a little bit of resveratrol and it helps with evening out your skin color. And again, it's like a serum. So you just do the same as you would for the C and E serum or your antioxidant. There's so many different antioxidants out there, and you have to choose the one that's right for your skin and one you really like. So I like to use this afterwards. And of course, I'll then follow through with my sunscreen. And sometimes the sunscreen, if it's tinted, it has enough color in it, and it can be used also for your foundation if you don't really like wearing foundation, and it really color matches quite well. So I love that too. And that's my morning routine.
That's awesome. That's super simple. And that mist that you sprayed does smell really good.
It does it?
So you mentioned your last step is sunscreen.
Correct.
And a lot of people might neglect this step during the winter. Why? We don't see the sun as much. It's a lot darker. It gets darker earlier. But talk to us why SPF is still really important during the winter time.
During the winter, true. So a lot of people, I talk about this every day with my patients, is that when you feel like it's dark and cloudy, that the sun's not there, you're not getting ultraviolet light at all touching your skin, but it's really false, and it comes through the clouds. And so sometimes I would say patients get their worst sunburn, especially if they're snowboarding or skiing, and the snow is reflecting sunlight from the ground up. So it's really important all year round to wear sunscreen, and also to reapply it every 2 hours if you're outdoors.
So you have a bunch of great products here. You went through your routine, which is awesome. How about people that prefer more of that drugstore product, want something a little bit more affordable. You know, we're shopping for the holidays, so we want to make sure we're also saving, but also keeping our skin fresh.
True. So with a lot of products that you can get over the counter and online, there's a lot of good products. And I'm going to talk about ones that are really helpful for sensitive skin. And you can get these really anywhere on Amazon even. So I always recommend Cetaphil. This is one line I actually recommend. CeraVe is another one that I commonly recommend. And these are hydrating cleansers. So they really don't foam up very much because they don't strip oil from your skin. And then we do have Neutrogena. And all of these are really gentle and good for sensitive skin. And I find that people that don't like to spend a lot of time, they have little options where they can do like a Cetaphil cleansing cloth. So it's really easy. You can pack it with you, just kind of take it out, and it helps remove makeup too. It's fragrance free, it's nice and soft, and you just kind of cleanse with this. So this is really easy to do. And all of these cleansers, there's a variety, but you could try and see which ones you feel more comfortable with. Some people actually prefer the bar, and the bar is really nice by Cetaphil because it's actually really soft and really gentle, and it's very creamy. So this bar is actually a really good bar to use. So outside of cleansers, sunscreens are really important, and those again are made primarily for the face if you get CeraVe. So this one's called CeraVe AM. It's a really nice broad spectrum. It has zinc in it, and I think most patients tolerate this. And then the other options that you have would be Cetaphil again and Neutrogena. And those come in a variety of different packaging as well. And usually in the evening we go for a moisturizing lotion. And in the winter I find that people that have really dry skin should go from a lotion, which usually comes in a pump, to a cream, which comes in a tub. And that just has more oil in it. And if you're really dry, usually feet, body, you could actually get this sort of more of a petrolatum base, and it's really heavy, but for people with eczema and dry skin, it's great for nighttime use. But it's a little, I would say, greasy for daytime use, but this is really nice. And then usually patients who come in and they also have itching, there's a lot of products, but I've been using CeraVe anti-itch lotion quite a bit. And this can help take the edge off of itching without having to put a topical steroid in.
Okay, so you gave us an awesome winter skincare routine, but I also hear you also have a great nighttime routine. You want to walk us through that as well?
Sure, I would love to. So I use the same cleanser in the morning as I do in the evening, and I like to switch up my cleansers. So once I'm done with this bottle, I'll maybe try a creamy cleanser, something that I like, and maybe is not too strong of a fragrance, but cleanses really well. I'll still go ahead and I'll use the mist because it actually is just very hydrating, and it helps to keep the moisture in my skin while I'm getting ready for my next step. I like to use some retinol, and that retinol is something that helps correct fine lines. And so retinol looks like this, but there's a variety of different ones that you can use by different companies over the counter. This is just one we carry in our flagship store by SkinCeuticals. So you just really need a pea size of this. If you put too much, it's really drying. So just a little pea, and the way you want to put it on is not get this whole pea and dab it from one spot. You actually want to dab it in different areas of your face and then spread, because that really helps. Use a little bit. You don't need a lot, and this is really helpful for fine lines. And then after that, I follow through with usually a corrective cream for me, which is resveratrol, and it's more of your antioxidant for evening that you could use. And then lastly, I finish up with a moisturizer. And because my skin is really dry, one product that I like using is Triple Lipid Restore. It's really popular from SkinCeuticals. It is something that helps restore the normal lipid content in your skin. And smell-wise, not a lot of smell to it. People really love it. It's really popular. And this will last probably about 4 or 5 months. So this is a good one to have. Yeah. So that's what I use, and I tend to switch things up, but really it's hard when there's so much information online what to use. And so we do have complimentary skin consultations so that you could choose products for yourself, whether it be over the counter or any of our products that we carry in our stores, so that you know what can be very impactful for your skin. Because we'd love to help you choose what's right for your skin. There's a lot of misinformation out there, and I think just coming to a specialist can be helpful.
So thank you so much, Dr. Ramirez, for all those great tips. Like Dr. Ramirez said, don't forget to wear your sunscreen. Make sure that you follow a routine that works for you. And if you have any questions, you can always come to Dr. Ramirez or anyone on her team. Since this is a Christmas series, I do have a Christmas question for you.
Okay.
What is on your Christmas wish list?
Oh my gosh. Okay, the altruistic answer is to actually be with my family and have fun. And that's actually really true. So I'm looking forward to spending time with my family. And then my wish list, oh my gosh, I'm really getting into sewing. So I am wishing for a very specific sewing machine made in Germany called Pfaff. And we're getting into just my daughter and I are sewing and making some cool, fun items.
That sounds super fun. But thank you everyone for joining us. We wish you all a very Merry Christmas and thank you so much for the information.
Yeah, you're welcome. Thank you. Thank you.